Good evening, everybody. Welcome to FIT. Welcome to our question, what is Caribbean fashion? And I have with me, of course, Ms. Nicole Hing. And Mr. Richard Young. And before we begin, or I should say, to begin, we'll be finding out who are these people, what they're doing here, where they come from, right? And I'm going to start off with Nicole. Nicole, I understand you were born in Guyana.
Correct, I'm Guyanese.
Did you hear the twang? How old were you when you came here?
I was about 6 years old, but I was raised in a very, very Guyanese West Indian household, so of course I have very Caribbean parents, so to this day even. So I'm very deeply rooted, and I visit home once a year, and I just did Carnival, just in May.
Mastronardi is what it's called?
No, Carnival, we have Carnival now.
Oh.
Yeah. And I played in the very first Carnival.
All right. Great. And as a matter of fact, one of the things we wanted to discuss, but we probably wouldn't get to, we'll see, is the correlation between carnival costuming and fashion. You know, but we'll see.
Yes.
And Richard, now you live in the Caribbean, right?
Yes, they do.
Where?
I live in Trinidad and Tobago. But I'd like to stress that I'm a Caribbean.
Yes.
And I use Caribbean as a noun, and I represent the archipelago.
Lovely. You go up and down the Caribbean.
Yeah.
All right. Now, one of the things, I know, Nicole, you attended FIT.
I did.
What did you study?
Design and merchandise.
Design and merchandising. And Richard, what is your background?
Well, my background is really eclectic. I'm still a student of life. I'm a sociologist, an anthropologist, a literature buff, and history. So I went to UB and I studied sociology, French literature and language, and history. And fashion has become my métier. In all the ancillary rules. I can't thread a needle, but I can tell you what you should wear, what color you should wear, what silhouette you should wear, what details should be used on you. And I boast of Caribbean style.
You talk about the Caribbean aesthetic. What is that? How do you describe that?
Well, I actually have something that I wrote that I want to read. And so I have it there on my iPad.
Okay, modern technology.
Yeah. And this was actually submitted to the Fashion TT, which is a government arm that is doing the development of fashion in Trinidad and Tobago. So I just thought I'd say it so we can share that here. If I'm as thing as I want to be.
Okay, so this is the fashion aesthetic, and as a matter of fact, one of the reasons I reached out to Richard is because he travels up and down the Caribbean and he talks about the Caribbean aesthetic. So we thought, well, who would be the better person to have come and talk about this, right?
Yeah, so just a little bit of prose, if you want to call it that. It's our style of living, our lifestyle, our very ethos, our every essence, our way of communicating, confronting, creating. It's our compelling trademark, it's our collective consciousness. It's our consummate beauty, unapologetic, luminescent and existential. It's more than our art, it's our artfulness. It's more than our culture, it's our culturing. It's more than our costume, it's our customizing. It's more than our fashion, it's our fashioning. It's our sensibility. It's more than our design, it's our designation. It's more than our look, it is our brand. The Caribbean aesthetic precedes us. It exists as our very own Aphrodite influencing our tastes, choices, and our preferences. It's an accumulated set of inspirations that is at one the same time indigenous and ingenious. It is the Bacchus that rules our festivals. It is that intrinsic intangible, that elemental ether, that idiosyncratic issue, that essential effervescence, all of which presupposes our soul and characterize our identity. It is in our DNA, in our sensing, in our sensation, in our pride and perspective, in our gestures, gesticulations, manners and mannerisms. It's our mood and method, our pose, our posture, our expressions and our expressiveness. A vernacular emotion, a colloquial corresponding, a dialectal methodology, all manifest with an individualistic signaling, an independent system, an innovative signature, an idiomatic syntax, which others revere, within which we revel, with which we resonate, to which we reverberate, out of which we resource, upon which we reckon. Through this interaction, this interconnection, this interrelating, we become and bespeak the quintessential Caribbean, which engages as it evolves, and this is our aesthetic. We must acknowledge, appreciate, applaud its essence in an effort to strengthen its resolve and invigorate its presence.
That is quite a lot of work. I'm sure that you can hear the sociology and anthropology and the literature in this field. Now, thank you, Richard, for telling us this aesthetic. Nikki, do you still have this aesthetic?
What do you say after that?
Does your Caribbean aesthetic influence?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, in a plainer term, it allows me to play with patterns, and it allows me to see color differently than what is actually taught here in the U.S. So what would be basic, fashion here, being from the Caribbean, it allows me to just play with different patterns and colors, and I just see things a little bit different. As you mentioned, the costumes, and a lot of fashion that I've used, or in the past, I play with feathers, I play with colors, I play with sequins, I play with, crystals and different things. So I think that just, I'm also being raised in Brooklyn, I can't just claim Guyana.
Right.
I literally grew up Trini, I grew up Jamaican, I grew up Grenadian. So, I've embraced all of those cultures, and I think that it's also just helped me in fashion, period. And like I said, I just don't see basic fashion anymore, or period. So I think that is a gift to have both worlds.
Right. And also, being from the Caribbean has been lived in by very many different cultures. What some people may not know is that the Caribbean is divided into 4 major language groups. So we have the Dutch, the French, the Spanish, and the English-speaking Caribbean. Now, in the Caribbean, there's a wonderful blend of all these cultures and people, as my dear Nikki, right? Would you tell us, what is your mix?
Okay, so my dad is full Chinese, but he's Guyanese.
Right.
And my mom she's Indian, which is an Arawak, so it's a native Indian. She's Portuguese, and she's black.
Okay? And in Trinidad and Tobago, we call that Kalamoo.
We call it Buck in Guyana. Buck.
Buck. Oh, the Buck Indian.
Right, I'm a Buck girl. That's the name.
Okay. So, we're constantly learning, as Richard says, right?
Yes.
And so when you do your designs, you incorporate even your ethnicity.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, well, I mean, we have some fashion here. I think Richard brought some.
Yes.
Yes, I brought some fashion. We have 2 segments for you. It's really multi-layered, very eclectic, very syncretic styles coming from across the region. So we like to show you a bit.
Should I ask them?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see some Caribbean fashion?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to show you. Very lush. Texture. This is soca. Coming from Vincent. Another one from Mary Francis design. To Mary very architectural in its look. It comes from Guyana, Sonia Noel, using the landscape to Georgia and Victorian buildings in Georgetown. The next designer is Charu Chandar, studying fashion design in India, and uses Caribbean influence to make an Indo-Caribbean statement. Next design is from Claudia Peters, master of fashion, celebrating the Caribbean fashion. She does a luxurious, sophisticated line on Caribbean haute couture. Both these are by Claudia Peters. And this is by Donna Dove. She is resident right here in New York, Caribbean roots, and you can see it applied costume styling, and again very architectural, very futuristic. Another look by Charu Chandar with an Indo-Caribbean vibe. New talent of the Caribbean. He was awarded the best designer at the Caribbean Academy of Fashion Design, Harvey Roberts. Both these looks are by Harvey Roberts. And this is quintessential mailing Bissau. Minimalist, clean, paying a lot of attention to detail. These both looks in white are from Mailing. Another master designer awarded this at Caribbean Fashion Week or Premier Fashion Week in the Caribbean, in Kingston, Jamaica. Mailing. So this is a snippet of the fashion from the cross-cultural space that is the Caribbean.
Where does manufacturing take place?
Well, we still work at ateliers Most of the designers work at ateliers attached to their spaces. Some of them have shops. I think at this point it is a niche market and they need to develop a unique selling point and position their wares where people's interest in what you might call bohemian, eclectic, syncretic fashion tastes abound, and that's where they are. They are pushing towards that kind of manufacturing. It's not about mass manufacturing. It's not about losing the craftsmanship for the sake of doing more. It is more qualitative than quantitative, and that's where we're at right now in the development of the Caribbean fashion industry. Afrocentric, Afro-Caribbean silhouettes that come from the continent and applied to us in the Caribbean.
Wow.
And you know, in the Caribbean, there's a little more meat on them.
They love these. Definitely.
And here is a quintessential design coming from another master who